Hello Starknet fam! DeFi Spring is finally here and you can now farm some of the 40 million Starks token by simply using Starknet DeFi protocols. Furthermore, you will also be able to get some cool NFTs thanks to the quests that will happen on the Interact platform every second day. Just follow them on Twitter and Discord to start with the first quest of the initiative that consists in providing liquidity in a Stark ETH pool. Where is up to you. Enjoy the Starknet DeFi Spring fam! This is not financial advice. Make sure to read terms and conditions of any protocol you are gonna use. Hello, ladies and gentlemen from the Starknet fam. Welcome to our weekly StarkStream. It's a pleasure to have you here. And what a February we've just experienced, guys. So February is finally over. We are on the first day of March. And we can say that February has been the craziest month in Starknet history. And also like in my life, I would add. Because, we experienced a lot of news and obviously the Starknet token launch above all, and a lot of dramas, a lot of good things and good vibes, and a lot of additional news, and also a lot of new features and news that were launched together or around the Stark token launch. So a lot to talk about, and we covered most of the news that happened in February in the previous Stark streams. And during the past week, actually, it was definitely more quiet, and we managed to breathe a bit as well, also personally, because I needed some days off, or at least I slowed down a bit, and it helped me a lot. But regardless of that, there's still a lot to cover for this week, absolutely. So let's get it started, and let me know, well, how you feeling, how is it going, how was your week, in the comment section. And so in these episodes we'll be speaking about the highlights from the week, how the DeFi Spring is going like. Then we'll cover some projects that launched some important features and news during this week. And then we'll also move to our usual Starknet on-chain gaming magazine, where we'll also give a Blobbert away by playing the Wheel of Fortune. And the people who have shared, who have liked and shared our announcement about the StarkStream will have the chance to win a Blobbert. And so having said that, let me set up the whole thing, and we'll start with our StarkStream. Okay. So let's start with the L2Bit on page. We can see that Starknet is stable on the 4th position. Actually, we see a 13%, 14% drop in its total value locked, mostly due to the decrease, to a small decrease in the token price. And we'll have a look at that right now. And but still, we are still on the 4th place, behind Manta Pacific, and with 1.24 billions total value locked. Most of it, of course, is the valuation of the Stark token. And then we also saw an increase in non-native. Let me see if we can have a look, like in non-native total value locked. especially in the DeFi field, as we'll see later on. And yeah, but so far so good. I mean, didn't change a lot from last week. And yeah, so moving to the price of the Stark token, it went down a bit, and we are around 1.79 dollars. So as I said last week, I was expecting to to see the price between a range around the $2 figure, and we were clear. We are very close. We were very close to that figure during the early phase of the week, and as the whole crypto market pumped a bit. And yeah, also, like, some people were saying, why isn't the Stark token pumping, and in the meanwhile, Ethereum and Bitcoin were moving the market, right? So I mean, they were some of the few assets that were moving the markets, besides Ethereum and Bitcoin, were like altcoins, or like shit coins, maybe we could call them. They were like related to the AI narrative. And then we saw also some sharp increase in the Uni token, due to the fact that the UniDAO proposed token rewards for token holders, and that made the price of Uni jump like more than 50%. But generally speaking, if we compare like the whole scaling solutions market, so taking also as a comparison Optimism and Arbitrum, they didn't increase a lot, compared to also to Bitcoin and Ethereum. And yeah, they increased a bit in percentage. They increased more than Stark, but obviously also Stark, it is a different setup, in the sense that it is like on its 10 days of life. Therefore, it is very premature, to speak about its market health and stuff like that. I really think that, for the time being, the valuation of Starknet as a network, I'm very happy with it, to be honest. And I think that consolidating at these prices, it is between 175 and $2, is very healthy for the network. And because also, like, new users are getting to know the ecosystem, new investors are getting to know the ecosystem. Also, like, in these weeks there was it Denver, so I'm sure also, like, many people and many developers are getting to know the Starknet ecosystem and its tech. Therefore, I think that consolidating on these prices after 10 days that the token was launched is quite healthy. Nothing to worry if Ethereum or Bitcoin are pumped, and tokens like Stark don't. I think that consolidating at this price is good, also because I think that now the general crypto market will have to cool down a little bit, at least for the coming weeks, 2 3 weeks, because it went up a lot, also in terms of crypto total market cap. Therefore, it makes sense that we'll see the market cooling down a bit in the coming weeks, and then after the Denkun Ethereum upgrade gets deployed on the 13th or 14th of March. Like, I think, especially the L2 space could have some possibility of increase, and because they simply due to the fact that performance of L2s will increase, so it will be easier to transact in the network, easier and cheaper. And I think there could be a sort of L2 season right there, like maybe at the end of March, of April. I don't know, just imaging. It's not financial advice, and just thinking aloud. But yeah, I'm just expecting the price of Stark to oscillate around this range. And I think it's pretty healthy to have this the current valuation. So nothing to add on that. Let me see some comments. Yeah, let me say hello to my friend out something. Hello, my friend. How is it going? Hello, Starky the doggo, my dear friend. How are you? QQ to everybody. And yeah, maybe we'll be speaking about NFTs, and also Blobert and the Dax Everywhere uh, NFT collection at the end of this StarkStream. And having said that, let's move to the DeFi space on Starknet, which is growing very, very rapidly. Also, thanks to the ongoing Starknet DeFi Spring, which is a initiative where 40 million Stark tokens will be rewarded to users, to DeFi users across the whole Starknet ecosystem. And basically, every 2 weeks, some of these 40 million tokens will be gradually distributed to the different protocols, DeFi protocols on Starknet, which will eventually distribute them to their users. And I think the first reward distribution will happen in a week or so. And yeah, so as you can see, the DeFi Starknet scene is growing. We are achieved the now we back down a bit, but we passed the 200 millions total value locked in DeFi, which is very, very cool. So we still had a cool increase in total value locked in most protocols on Starknet, such as Nostra Finance is leading the race. I think last week ZK was leading the race, and then Nostra overtook them. And they're Nostra is managing almost 98 millions, quite remarkable. Then ZK follows on the second ranking with almost 50 millions. And then the other protocols follow suit, such as Ecubo, the AMM, with almost 30 millions total value locked. And most protocols had a sharp increase in the weekly TV total value locked change, like Nostra 72%, ZK 3%, Ecubo almost 20%, MySwap almost 16%, and then also GDI Swap managed to catch up with the other protocols, as they had some sort of tech problems during the first week of the initiative, and now they're gradually keeping up with that. I'm very happy about that. Then also Stack DeFi saw an increase in its total value locked of 11%, like an increase of 166% in the monthly change. And then also the other DeFi protocols, such as 10K Swap and ICO and SeedSwap, which are all part of the DeFi Spring initiative. And yeah, speaking about the DeFi Spring initiative, I would like to remind you that you can keep on participating in the quests organized by the Starknet Foundation and Interact, which is a quest platform, and they ship a quest every second day, so 3 quests per week. And during this week, they launched the USDT USDC quest. And let me see. I actually should take part in more of these these quests, but actually, I have very little time to play with protocols, and I also have to verify some positions that I already have, because here, even so, for example, you don't have to follow these quests. For example, if you've already provided some liquidity, for example, in the Nostra AMM, in the Stark USDC pair, but you didn't verify it, you can simply go here, click on verify, and the Interact platform will verify your position, and you will be allocated points. And then as the quests proceed, you will eventually be able to get some NFTs. But yeah, as I said last week, the aim of these quest initiatives is to guide you through the DeFi Spring, right? So this week we saw the ETH USDC quest being activated, and then also like on Wednesday, the USDT USDC pair. So if you provide liquidity there, you can, in addition to the liquidity incentives provided by the foundation, you will also be able to earn some experience points in the Interact platform and the corresponding NFT. So I think the next quest is coming today as well. So let's see which what kind of quest it will be. So yeah, I'm very happy with the DeFi Spring. We're seeing a lot of new users experimenting with DeFi protocols, a lot of capitals entering the ecosystem. So far, I think that the first 2 weeks of the initiative were pretty positive. We saw, the DeFi total value locked on Starknet reaching 200 millions, which is pretty good. Hello Starknet fam! DeFi Spring is finally here and you can now farm some of the 40 million Starks token by simply using Starknet DeFi protocols. Furthermore, you will also be able to get some cool NFTs thanks to the quests that will happen on the Interact platform every second day. Just follow them on Twitter and Discord to start with the first quest of the initiative that consists in providing liquidity in a Stark hit pool. Where is up to you. Enjoy the Starknet DeFi Spring fam! This is not... So guys, speaking about DeFi, we can also highlight this news from ZK Land, and also ZK Land, together with other protocols such as Nostra, they kind of anticipated the DeFi season of a couple of days, like 10 days ago, as they launched some liquidity incentives for supplying liquidity in their protocols, and ZK Land did the Starkfall initiative that offered up to 20% yield on their platform by providing Stark tokens. And now they're giving us sneak peek, a hint at what we are going to see next month. So they're going to do a countdown of their airdrop, of their token airdrop. So it is coming, and yeah, so I think they will do some kind of quests, also contents. They're very good also at shipping educational contents around Starknet. So I'm expecting a lot of cool initiatives and podcasts and lives, and maybe also and token incentives, liquidity incentives, points incentives, I don't know. But the Zent token is not far away, as far as I understood, and also they're hinting on that, right? So it could happen before the end of March. And obviously, you can play with the ZK protocol by providing liquidity, borrowing some tokens, and yeah. So you can also find some tutorials in our YouTube channel. So before we end our DeFi chapter of this StarkStream, I would like to speak to you about Nimbora, which is a DeFi platform that pioneered the concept of DeFi pooling, together with I think Bravos was the first one the Bravos wallet to introduce a sort of DeFi pooling by offering Ethereum staking on their wallet. But then also Nimbora was also a pioneer in the fact that they introduced this kind of method where you can simply use an L1 protocol on the L2. So this means that Nimbora partners with very important L1 players such as Liquidity, and you can enjoy this sort of money markets on the layer 2 with with the fees and the speed of a layer 2. So they published a thread recently where they also implemented some storytelling, which I love. Actually, I love storytelling in general. I think it has a great power to attract also users, also people who are not very technical, and Nimbora I always gave them the credit to be very good at explaining a difficult concept in easy words, and that's key, right? Because we need to attract new users, and speaking in a simple way is key in not only marketing but also generally speaking. We need to explain things in a simple way, and this is also why I do the content that I do, right? To to in order to introduce more people to the Starknet ecosystem, which is a very technical ecosystem, but I think we can find a way also to explain this difficult tech in simple words. And Nimbora is doing a great job to do so by creating now the Nimbora Highland, where the Bora, where Bora the penguin lives, and Bora is the penguin, like the guardian of seamless DeFi interaction. So it all started in a realm where many dreamt of financial freedom. A bold adventurer set sail across the vast tumultuous seas of the crypto world. Their goal to navigate the complexities of decentralized finance. That's how the adventurer ended up on the mythical Nimbora Highland. When the shores were reached, a committee of the island's guardians greeted the newcomers. Very good. So this is Bora the penguin. Nimbora Island was introduced to the traveler as a vibrant ecosystem with unique challenges and hidden treasures. Nimbora's transformative technology assisted the user's journey and enjoyment. So, and you can learn more about Nimbora on their, also on the DeFi Odyssey, which is another storytelling thread and article they did. And yeah, and they facilitate their Discord and so on. And it was also very nice to watch this talk from It Denver. You know that It Denver is ongoing in Denver, and Eddie, the founder of Nimbora, held a talk where he explained what Nimbora does in very simple words, and also the revolutionizing power of multi-call and how Nimbora leverages it. And so in simple words, like Nimbora facilitate capital efficiency between L1 and L2. Okay. And they also use like very efficient cross-chain strategies that offer very competitive yield to their users. They leverage the power of upcount abstraction of multi-call. Multi-call is a tech feature of Starknet that allows you to fit a lot of transactions into one. So a lot of steps. So in one transaction, you can do multiple actions, a lot of actions, so a lot of transactions inside another transactions. And this makes the game cheaper and faster, and enables things that would be impossible to be implemented in the layer one. Okay. And so this enables the concept of one-click DeFi, where with one click, you approve your tokens. You approve, you approve your tokens. You approve a transaction on a layer one protocol. You approve the bridge transaction from this L1 protocol to the L2. You approve the token, the approval on the L2. You approve the L2 transactions, all in one transaction that takes, seconds. So yeah, we call it one-click DeFi. This is very revolutionizing about Starknet because protocols can offer a very easy experience, DeFi experience to their users. So I really suggest you to watch this clip on the Denver's Twitter profile. You will find all the links of this task stream in the show notes of the YouTube live. So take advantage of that to go to our YouTube channel, to subscribe to it, and to have a look at all the useful links of this StarkStream. And yeah, then you can also give a look at Nimbora's web page. You will find also the integrations with with other partners and DL1s protocols that could be integrated on Nimbora in the futures, and also of the one that have already been integrated. They have a very good educational blog, and where you will be able to learn about them and also about the whole Starknet ecosystem. Everything explained in a very clear and simple way, and that they also have a very good FAQ section. Then we can also give a look like are they up. So for the time being, you can use Liquidity. Liquidity is a very big lending protocol, a very big and known lending protocol on the L1. And here through Nimbora, you basically can borrow some some value, some tokens by collateralizing your Ethereum, and it is just one transaction, and you will be able to borrow, to also to check your to choose your collateral risk factor, and then borrow your LUSD, so a stable coin um, uh, pegged to the dollar. And yeah, so I really suggest you to have a look at Nimbora, to play with it, and to experience the one-click DeFi on Starknet. So let me drink. Okay, from DeFi to refi, regenerating finance, as we speak about Carbonable, that announced their next eco project. And for those of you who don't know it, Carbonable is a carbon credits offsetting platform. Explained in very few words, they allow both individuals and company to offset their carbon footprints. So they help projects all around the world to create carbon sinks. Carbon sinks are forestation efforts. So they plant forests, different kinds of forests around the world, and obviously these actions are these actions are also turned into carbon credits. And obviously, by investing in this project, you have exposure to the corresponding carbon credits. And they announced their next project, which is consisting of creating of planting a mangrove forest in Myanmar, in the coasts of Myanmar, and precisely in Karaturu. And yeah, so they also opened a pre-registration. You can fill the form here, and you can apply for pre-registration. You can write how much you would like to to invest in, and maybe you will be accepted. And then there will also be the public sale of the credits as well, not of the credits, of the NFTs, actually, because basically your exposure to the project is translated into NFTs, right? And those NFTs will give you the right and the exposure to the carbon credits. Obviously, disclaimers: no financial advice. Disclaimers explained in very simple words. So do your own research. I really suggest you to read about Carbonable, to read their docs, to read about their mission, and yeah, and find out what they're up to. Then yeah, we can switch to some more highlights from the Starknet week. Hello Sam, very interesting stuff. Thanks a lot. Starkey the doggo. Carbonable is one of the best app on Starknet. I also think Carbonable is also one of those I would call them consumers like dApps, in the sense that they can be adopted also by people who don't know anything about blockchain, and also they also offer a very good a good vision, right? Because not only you are investing, but you're also helping the planet with that, right? You're helping planting a forest, trees, and while also getting some investment exposure, which is always good. Definitely, also the team is very talented. They're for France. They also received different ecological rewards in France. They're partnering with also with banks, with ecological projects and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely, I'm also very bullish on Carbonable as a project. And now we can switch to the other highlights from the week. One of them is also like the hacker house that took place in Denver during the Eat Denver weeks, and we saw a lot of developers getting to know the Starknet stack, along to other more experienced developers, and maybe we'll be seeing also some projects coming out of it. And there were a lot of workshops, a lot of experimentation. I'm really looking forward to seeing some threads about the competition that took place there, because obviously at the end of the hacker house, there are also there are some prizes, or some demo winners demonstrations. So really looking forward to seeing more about that, and I'm sure we'll cover it next week. Then, some tech highlights, the Junos node by Nethermind, they introduced some peer-to-peer implementations, so you can play with peer-to-peer structures on their testnet, so on the Sepolia testnet of the Nethermind's node, Nethermind's Juno node. And yeah, to find out more, just check their thread and their corresponding GitHub repo. And this new version on their Sepolia testnet introduces support for experimental P2P syncing. Then also the latest version of the Stargate Starknet official bridge is out. Yeah, and obviously you can experience one-click withdrawals. Yeah, there are withdrawal limits that are set in also in order also to prevent hacks and stuff like that. There are also like fast withdrawals, and yeah, and also these new features will help developers to leverage the power of this bridge. And you can read more on the Starknet official website. And another big tech news is about the Stu prover. So Starkware announced a new prover, which is called Stu. So it is a next generation Circle Stark based prover, and this prover will be built based on the recent mathematical advancements of SQL Starks. So complicated tech stuff, where basically Starkware, together also with Polygon, they are working on advancing the Starks technology, and in order to create super efficient and fast proofs. And they're introducing also this. They're working on this new prover that will be will make new experiments possible related to this research around the Starks tech. And obviously, this prover won't be won't be used on the mainnet so far, as far as understood. No, we will be, for the time being, will be used only on experimental use cases. So the stone prover will still be used, sorry, on Starknet. And yeah, and this will as our friend Starky the Doggo says, this will help also decentralizing the whole network more, because also we could rely on also on different tech components, so in this case provers, and then also choose which one to use on which on which use cases and so on. In fact, still in the tech highlights, we have like a new partnership between the Madara team and Aerius Labs, and it is a sort of consensus partnership where Madara is considering to implement Tendermint as their consensus protocol, because obviously being a decentralized sequencer, they also want to organize the consensus of the sequencer in a decentralized way. So they are partnering with Harius Labs, which is a very experienced team in consensus, and they will help the Madara team to implement or to consider implementing Tendermint within Madara. And yeah, so also like some news from Kakarot that is making us know that their testnet, or like the first version of their testnet, is not far away. So we could see it. I think it is still far away in terms of months. I think it will come like in in summertime. But they're like they're already asking for testers. So I think it will take another couple of months, and then we'll see the first testnet version of the Kakarot ZK EVM, which is at zkVM written in Cairo and fully Ethereum compatible. For the time being, they're like 90%. I mean, they passed the 90% of the compatibility tests of the Ethereum virtual machine, so they're quite close to full compatibility. And yeah, really excited to to see how they will implement their first testnet, which dApps will be implemented on their testnets. I suppose also many Starknet dApps will deploy there as well. And yeah, they're also partnering with Carnot. Let me see if I find the news here. Yeah, lots of news. Anyway, you have to read this thread about Kakarot, what differentiates Kakarot from the other ZK VM in terms of both adaptability and performance. And yeah, then like I was looking for yeah, maybe it's not, yeah, it's here. So Kakarot is partnering also with Carnot, which is a sort of I would call it upchain as a service. So they help projects set up their own upchain on top of Madara, of the Madara Starknet sequencer. So yeah, they're helping. In few words, they're helping Kakarot to set up a testnet on top of using Madara. I want to test Kakarot. Yeah, I think the obviously the number of testers will be limited, but maybe if you know somebody, I think without knowing somebody, you can simply go to their Discord, to the Kakarot Discord, and ask them if you can be um, a tester. Maybe they will also like maybe they will raffle some testers as well. That would be cool. I suggest them to do so, actually. Yeah. So yeah, then there's also like on their thread, you will be you will have the access to read this article, about their their future, their present, their future, and their far future, and so on. And then yeah, we've actually got to our Starknet on-chain gaming magazine, and we can begin it, by announcing the pre-release of Influence. That yeah, that was introduced in the middle of the week, and it is their basically it is their public testnet. Okay, so I sometimes get confused with all these, pre-release, early access, limited early access. It is very confusing, honestly. But yeah, I will translate it to you in simple words. They launched their public testnet, and yeah, so you can build, mine, trade, and explore. So on top of the Influence game, Influence is a space colonization game where you create your own civilization on top of an asteroid belt. And and yeah, so I recorded, actually I'm working on a tutorial on it. And but these kind of games, they are slow games, in the sense that you need to read, you need to study how it works. It takes, you need to read a lot, and it takes a long time in order also to make contents on top of it. And but in the meanwhile, I recorded this kind of clip where I set up, my first crew, and I read the first instructions. So I time lapsed it, and I'm gonna play it right now. And for after that, we'll be doing the Blobbert raffle. Okay, we'll spin the wheel, and we'll select the winner of this Blobbert that we are giving away. So yeah, let me play the clip, and we'll see you in 5 minutes. Here we come again, guys, and we are ready for the the raffle for this Robert that we are actioning. Actually, let me. Sorry, guys, I didn't. I didn't get our Blobert here. I need to find him. So give me 1 sec. Okay, where is it? So this is the Blobert we are gonna raffle today. So it is a dojo teamed with the dojo hoodie and other traits that actually I don't recollect, but there's a whole discipline being born out of this collection. So there is like maybe the background is associated to a Starknet project. Some accessories are associated to other Starknet projects, and the way they're dressed and so on. Difficult for me to keep up with all the the fun stuff, and but yeah, quite quite fun too. And first of all, we need to thank Izra from Seraph Labs, which is both a development and also venture fund from Asia, and is like is very active in the realms.world community, and he bought a lot of blobbers, and he is giving them away to many active people in the ecosystem, and he wanted to give one of them away during this stream. So he sent it to me, and I'm gonna send it to the winner of of the wheel that we are gonna spin. So let me see if I included everybody here, also the guys who interacted in the space. So Sam is here, Starkey is here. Who else? Out something is here. Then I added somebody from Twitter. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I think they're all here. And yeah. So guys, are you ready? Let's read the some comments first. So very interesting about influence, but you have to study a different blog to have all the knowledge of the game. Actually, yeah, I had the links here. You find the links in the show notes. This is like how to build structures on influence, your own structures, how to mine on influence. So there is a whole dark side page about the influence game. So an encyclopedia, library with everything you need to know you need to know in order to play influence. And yeah, so obviously you need time to study the game and then play it gradually, right? So back to our wheel. Yeah, we also have actually Starknet Indonesia. You can see here Starknet ID is like the handle of Starknet Indonesia, even though it looks like the one from Starknet ID project. But yeah, so no worries, affirm. We have a Starknet Indonesia in the raffle as well. And yeah, so I think we're ready to raffle. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, yeah. So these NFT goes to our friend Gupta, who hold already a lot a lot of blobbers as far as I know. So obviously, he's the winner, and if he accepts and if he wants the NFT, we are gonna send it to him. So let me we are gonna send it to him. But think that I know him, and also I know that he already owns some of them. Just to make sure, we have for example, it tells me, I would like to, you know to give it to the community. So let's just give it to the second, like we're gonna play the wheel once again, so that if Gurka doesn't want to get the NFT, and he wants to give it maybe to someone who doesn't have any, we just gonna select the second one. Okay. uh, I let you know, obviously, if I will tweet that Gurkha has accepted it. So yeah, but I think it would be wise to run the wheel once again, so that we have a possible, a second chance receiver, I would call it. Okay, Nadai. Okay, another very active members of the Starknet community. Together with him, with yeah, it's fun because both names are friends of mine. Both guys are friends of mine, and yeah, so Nadai, together with Nadai, we do the Hablando de Starknet show, which is on standby for the time being, but it is basically a Spanish speaking podcast. So yeah, let's see if Gurkha doesn't want the NFT will go to Nadai, and Nadai doesn't have any blobbers so far, as far as I know. So yeah, it makes sense that if Gurkha doesn't accept it, it will get it. So I'm very happy that also most of the wheel was populated with active Starknet community members. Because it is always nice to reward people who are really active in the community. So for those who didn't win, thanks a lot for taking part in the raffle anyway. Thanks a lot also for participating in the in the stream. Thanks a lot to Sam. Thanks a lot to Starky the Doggo. I try my best also to do this kind of raffles in the future as well. Maybe asking projects if they want to raffle something. The idea is not using this kind of stuff to farm engagements, but to reward the community. So we can end the Starknet on-chain gaming magazine with this news about the about the cartridge. This is a sort of gaming app chain as a service, so something similar to Carnot, but they are they offer a product which is designed to help projects, especially games, to help games deploy on deploy as a Starknet app chain using the Madara, sorry, using either the Madara or the Katana sequencer. The Katana sequencer is more was designed for gaming only, right? But obviously it has different components and structure than Madara, and for some things, Madara would be needed also for gaming. So cartridge helps you leveraging the power of both sequencer, of both Katana and Madara from now on. Then also the latest version of the pistols are 10 blocks from the Loot Underworld gaming studio is out. So it is a sort this game is consists of dueling, in the West, and yeah, maybe in the coming Stagnant magazines, I will organize a game session where we play these games. I need to structure it properly, but yes, definitely something on my plan. And last but not least, after the old, blob launch, blobber also hype, and the Rams community is launching another cool NFT collection. And I think all these like Robert and these, like in this case, banners. So it is a collection of 9,337 banners, and they are like the coats of swords, right? Or coat of arms. How do you call it? Anyway, the shield of your army, of your army basically. And yeah, so they're launching this collection where each banner has like multiple traits, and so on. And together with blobbers, these assets are gonna be composable, in the sense that they're gonna be also usable in games, deployed on Rams and on Dojo. So this is the cool thing. And what else? And yeah, so they're launching their collection on the 6th of March at 12 p.m. UTC. It's free, so you will just have to act fast and to pay the gas fee, which in these days is a bit expensive because there's a lot of congestion on the L1, but things are set to improve, in the coming weeks, as the Denkun EIP 4844 gets deployed on the L1, and this will result in cheaper fees. And yeah, so guys, that's all for this StarkStream. I hope you enjoyed, all the news that were featured. I hope you enjoyed also the Blobbert giveaway. And yeah, if you liked it, please make sure to like the video, to subscribe to it. If you're watching it on Twitter, make sure to follow us there. And if you're watching it on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to our channel. That's gonna help us a lot in order to ship more Starknet content in the future. So guys, thanks a lot once again. Thanks a lot to Starky the Doggo, to Sam Harper, to all the live listeners, and to all the listeners that will play the recording of this Stark stream. And having said that, guys, so make sure to share the Starknet vibe, and see you next time. Take care, guys. See you. Hello Starknet fam! DeFi Spring is finally here, and you can now farm some of the 40 million Starks token by simply using Starknet DeFi protocols. Furthermore, you will also be able to get some cool NFTs thanks to the quests that will happen on the Interact platform every second day. Just follow them on Twitter and Discord to start with the first quest of the initiative, that consists in providing liquidity in a Stark hit pool. Where is up to you. Enjoy the Starknet DeFi Spring, fam! This is not financial advice. Make sure to read terms and conditions of any protocol you are gonna use.